Welcome to the Command Center podcast. I'm Logan Paulson here with Santana Moss and Fred
sir.
Smoot. And Fred, you just continue to be a liar, I guess is what this is?
I am a person that I'm a truth deliverer.
No,
I deliver the truth,
but
you turn it into a lie.
But
like you always twist what I say. Everybody in the world last week went outside at night to see the blue moon.
I saw it.
Logan told me it didn't exist. He found out it did exist.
Okay, that's not what I said.
Oh,
What I did, so what is your definition of a blue moon? Please.
A blue moon is, first of all, it only happens every blue moon. That's where the saying comes from.
So what does that mean?
That means it only happens like every 100 or so years where it's a blue moon. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Guess what?
Okay.
You had your last chance to see a blue moon last week. Like that was your last chance in your lifetime. Like we know that for a fact. That's what's going on.
Okay. All right. So I did a little research on this, Fred. Okay, just a little bit. I went to the NASA website and I said, "What is a blue moon?" on Google. So that's the extent of my research.
Google tell lies too.
Google, NASA usually does not. They're science-based, right?
lie.
They do research.
Yeah.
So that saying "once in a blue moon"
Yeah.
actually refers to 3 lunar cycles. So every third blue moon, every third moon, full moon, is a blue moon.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
There is an annual blue moon because of some type of weird lunar cycle. It doesn't match up with the days.
Definitely.
But your definition,
What did I say caused it?
you didn't even say. You just said it's blue. You said the moon was going to be blue. It has nothing to do.
And that's what I
It
want
has
you to
nothing
say.
to do with color.
And now, thank you.
So thank you what?
I said, what did I say that caused it? He said, you said nothing. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't say
I'm
what
so
caused
confused.
it.
What's going on?
I just told Tanner that it was happening. And Tanner went out there and saw the blue moon.
Tanner, was it? It was a big moon, but was it a blue moon?
So, personally, like with your own lens, like you couldn't see the blue of the moon.
Yeah, correct.
But when folks send pictures on Instagram, because I was looking at that month and like,
I was like, I looked up and like that was the bluest moon I had ever saw.
Fred told me this thing was blue, so I'm looking to see something blue.
So
I was looking forward to see
It
that
was
kind of blue.
baby blue.
Oh my God!
He didn't tell me to look for a Tar Heel moon.
Yeah, it was baby blue, man.
It was not.
It was.
It was not a blue moon.
So whoever that source is that showed me that I follow on Instagram,
Yeah.
a billion
I wonder if
people.
they used a filter.
they had to use some type of microscope or I don't know what it
Telescope.
was. Telescope, microscope. I mean, they saw.
Yeah.
I damn near saw a man walking on it.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, the moon didn't look like it
We
was
know
something.
for a fact that Logan's windows are dirty, so the moon was probably blue, and he got like a rich cracker sitting right there on the damn window, so it's him.
First off, can you at least acknowledge that your definition of a blue moon?
I had no definition. I asked you, what was my definition? You said you didn't have one. So how is that? You can't do both of them. I
You
told
said
you.
once every 100 years, and we find out that it's once every 3 months. Okay, all right.
Well, that's why it wasn't blue. That's why y'all seen a gray moon once every 100.
All right. So on this show, now that we've established that Fred does not tell the truth all the time.
My daddy a preacher.
That is a preacher. All right, let's preview the Cardinals, okay? They've got a lot of stuff going on with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Their motivations seem all over the place. Let's start with the simplest thing.
Yeah.
They've got a new head coach.
Yeah.
His name's Jonathan Gannon, excuse me.
Gannon.
He's from
I
Philadelphia.
played against Rich.
Yeah, I was the quarterback.
Yep.
I'm having a hard time with that.
JG.
So I mean, obviously he's been on Instagram. People have been making fun of him.
Yeah.
But what is the expectation for Jonathan Gannon coming to this team? He's the defensive coordinator from Philadelphia last year. So kind of like EB, he's been to the show. He knows how to win a big game. What's the expectation for him?
Similar to a ship captain.
Okay.
He finna go down with the ship. You know, the ship captain got to make sure the women and the kids are on the boat.
Yep.
The women, kids, and Logan, and us real men gonna stay back here with the captain, and we going down with the ship. Sometimes to rise to heights, you need to burn the ship down.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing right now, but they know they got the brain trust. They trust that they got a brain trust, but I think he wants his own. If you want him to cook the meal, I think he want to go get his own groceries.
Yeah.
And I think that's what situation they're in right now. They're in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes.
Yep.
Most definitely. He looked good this weekend, too.
He did.
Very
He looked
Patrick
very-
Mahomes while he was doing his work. So, yes, I understand. Yeah, I understand what situation he in as a football player and as somebody that had coaches.
Well, okay.
I think he might be in that situation from an their organization standpoint, but coaches want to win, man. I mean,
100%.
he's not going to come in this game and say, we don't have nobody.
Yeah.
It's 53 men.
They just cut McCoy.
Come on now. You know, and I love Coke. But come on now. You know what I mean? So I look at it like this. Defensive minded coach.
Yeah.
Know us well.
Yeah, he does know us
Saw
well.
us twice last year. I'm not sure how many other times before that. But he's going to have their defense ready because he's going to feel like, hey, this is how we should play against them. But we have a new OC.
Yep.
So our offense is going to be a little different. Yeah. So it's two teams coming into a game not knowing what to expect from each other.
Shoot, he played this game. He played this exact game from a schematic standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, in the Super Bowl, right? Yeah. So did EB, right? Yeah. It's the same defense. Yeah. It's a similar offensive coordinator, right? It's the system.
Great point. I forgot
right?
all about
so they've played each other very, very recently.
You're right.
In terms of defensive philosophy.
Right. Yeah, absolutely right.
In terms of watching the preseason, I feel like they're a little bit more aggressive. They're trying to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe because they don't have the Darius Slays, they don't have that the Bradbury stuff in the back end. I think a little bit more aggressive coverage structure, but again, it's not like our defense where you're getting all this man match. It's a softer zone with a match principles, but really straightforward. But I do think they're familiar with each other. Something else I want to bring up is Drew Petzing is the offensive coordinator. Now that name probably doesn't mean anything to you.
Nothing.
But he was the quarterback coach in Cleveland, right? And Cleveland's offense always seems to give this defense a very hard time.
Because they run the ball.
They run the ball.
Why they got Dobbs over there because they know that, hey, we can put him in his offense, and he should be able to run his offense well.
Run the offense. So that's a great point. That's exactly right. Because one of the big features of that offense is that they run a lot of pin pull. Yeah. But you need to run pin pull looks into the correct look. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It can't run it into every front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They can't run it into run fronts.
Yes.
Like if we run blitzing, well, if they want to call it run blitzing, but to run fronts, if we getting the linebackers downhill. Yeah. Then the pin and pull ain't gonna work.
And so we're talking more about the spacing. Like if we get a 3 technique lined up over the guard or lined up over the center or lined up over the tackle, right? Yeah. That's good spacing for a pin pull. But let's say we get into an odd structure where you got a 4, a shade, and a 4, right? Yep. That doesn't work so well. So the quarterback, Tana, to your point, is responsible for all these run cans, run to a run, saying, oh, we like 49 bounce here where we're bouncing the ball outside, but we get different front. Quarterback identifies makes it really, really hard, I think, to kind of get the right defensive look called. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you feel differently about that.
No, I feel like it is going to be a chess match of the brain trust of the coaching staffs. Yeah. But I think talent-wise, it's a gap. All right, and it's a gap on purpose. Don't the gaps? It's a gap on purpose. I'm just saying it's a gaps that the front office of the Cardinals are aware of. They've had a wholesale of players that they're moving out because they understand where they're at right now. Yeah. And I think that puts us in a different mind frame. I think we come in here and say, let's get on them quick. Let's not let them give them a chance to breathe. Yeah. Let's let them know that they're not in this game from the door. So this chess match is over with.
Yeah, it favors us, but at the same time, being that we are a young team, unproven, when it stands from the offensive standpoint, with the quarterback and some of the skill guys, we can't come in there with that kind of mindset. Our mindset could be like, let's jump on them, but you have to give every team respect until you get out there on the field. Yeah. And when you start letting loose your package and see that, we can do at will, then now you say, okay, now I could come with that swagger and that confidence. Sure. And
I can't do it.
No, I'm just being real. I'm just saying we are going to go in with the mindset to play to win the game.
Yes.
But I can't go over there and look at them and say they wholesaled everybody, so they're not going to have it.
Let me just say this real quick before you go, because I know what you're going to say. Yeah. To Tana's point, they have Marquise Brown, former first-round pick. They have Zach Ertz there, right? Yeah. Good football player. Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson's a third-round pick. He's looked like a guy. You know what I'm saying? They have, what I said, Rondell Moore. Did I say him already? Yep. So they have talented pieces. Yep. And this offense is very similar to Kyle Shanahan's. Like when you watch Cleveland's offense.
Plug and play.
It's a run-first team. Yep. Right, that finds play action shots with fast, explosive playmakers. Yeah. So it's one of those teams where it's like they have a very complicated run scheme that's hard to fit. And we've seen in the preseason, like just go back to when they played Cleveland. Yep. They run a pin pull, and there's explosive runs, right? Yep. Rondell Moore, or now his name, what's the guy? Elijah Moore, right? Big play in the Cleveland game, right? Off of a pin pull run. We're going to see that run. Yeah. And then we're going to see play action shots off of it. Can we be disciplined with our eyes? Can we be disciplined with our run fits? Because I do think that this scheme, for whatever reason,
gives us problems.
And
Coach Del Rio knows that also. Yeah. But I'm sorry, fellas. I refuse to let y'all do this one. At the end of the day, Joshua Dobbs been there 2 weeks
But he knows the system, though.
He been there 2 weeks.
He came, didn't he? He played for Tennessee last year and almost won a playoff game for him.
2 weeks. And listen to it. No, we're not doing this. It's y'all know, we know as players how hard it is just to win one game in the NFL.
Yeah.
This with your front office giving you all the things you need. This front office says you can't have this. By the way, give me that Colt McCoy too. You can have nothing but week 1. Like nothing. And y'all think, oh yeah, this gonna be a game. No, it ain't.
Hey, we're not saying this.
Like I say, you got a point, but I'm not finna set myself up for the banana.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying. If it was me, and my defense, there with Greg Williams. You gonna
set yourself up in there in the tailpipe.
No, I'm not. We looking at this like, let's go and get these dudes and let's get some stats. Yeah. Because they own front office don't believe in them.
Yeah. But I agree. But I'm just gonna go back. Schematically, this is a game that you put it in 4-wheel drive. You run the ball a ton. And all of a sudden, you hit an explosive.
That's why they say computers don't got personality.
Think about Tennessee. Think about human computer. Think about Tennessee. Think about Cleveland last year. Think about Atlanta last year. These teams that are running Cleveland,
they make it hard for you.
They make it hard.
But on the outside, is it a receiver out there that says, you know what? We can't play these guys man to man. They don't have their threat.
But then you got to also think about it too. Then Joshua Dobbs is there too for another reason. We saw how our defense looked against Cleveland in the preseason game. The same stuff that we was dealing with last year is something that has kind of showed us in the preseason that, hey, we have a problem with running quarterbacks. Yeah. So when things break down, whether it's perfect or not over there, or whether he's been over there long enough to get the, to know who to trust or not, he say, I'm gone, skedaddle, I'm out of here. So that's why I say you can't set yourself up for the banana in the tailpipe or the Hawaiian punch man say, hey, you want some Hawaiian punch? You gonna sit there and say, sure,
It's Joshua Dobbs with no eyebrows.
It's Joshua Dobbs.
Oh my God. No.
I ain't going for it. You ain't gonna set me up and give me the damn. I ain't him.
But it's just like
that's why you play DB.
No.
That's why you play DB.
It's just like no. Imagine this: we in week 1, and we playing. I'm just gonna throw a team out there, Cleveland.
Okay.
All right. Cleveland then had these guys all they got a Greedy Williams. They say he the best DB they got. They cut Greedy a week before the game, and they bring in Lester Johnson off the street, and you got Santana 1-on-1. Santana going for $250. Lester got no reason to be out here with Santana Moss. Joshua Dobbs.
It's bigger than Lester though. It's 11 men out there. If you got 2 guys giving my offensive lineman a problem, Lester might have he might say, I ain't getting nothing over here because we can't throw the ball. That's what I'm saying. So look at it from a big scale, baby. Big picture.
But I think I agree with you. I agree with both of you actually.
Yeah, he got a point. I feel you.
I think we both agree.
Big picture.
But I'm saying it's one of those games offensively. We're starting a second-year quarterback, right? Yeah. It's the game. Because of the structure, I don't care if it's a full fire show over there. Yeah. Their offensive line's not bad, right? They got DJ Humphries, who's an okay player.
You don't go to restaurants that's not bad.
Huh?
You don't go to restaurants that's not bad. You go to good restaurants.
You go to restaurants that are okay. Oh, that restaurant's okay. We can
you don't miss a couple of times. Yeah. You heard a good name, and then the restaurant and the food ain't, add up.
But I got a couple on my name. Hell's Kitchen is one of them. It's not that good. Overrated.
Will Hernandez, former first-round pick, right? Obviously playing better in Carolina than he was in Chicago. And then Paris Johnson, the rookie out of Ohio State. So they do have some talented pieces on the offensive line. Again, schematically, does it elevate them? Fred, man. Yeah, but for fans at home, all we're saying is yes, national media, fire sale, everything's terrible. But this is an NFL roster with NFL football players, NFL coaches, and the coaches don't always get the memo, man. Yeah. It's not always like, oh, yeah, we're taking for Caleb Williams. Everything's copacetic, right? No, they don't get that memo. Like, how many times, I remember in 2011, we were a bad football team at the end of the year. Everyone was hurt, and we go out and beat, 2 playoff teams just because everyone was sleeping on us, and we won those games. So, all we're saying here
they telling their team that they got a young quarterback.
Yeah.
They never
what are they going to do to us?
Hey, first of all,
let's get out there.
A watch with no battery in it?
That's right.
2 times a day.
But those 2 times are still right.
No, them 2 times are because I have to run over bad stuff to get the great stuff. Sometimes you got to call a spade a spade. Hey, let's be listen. All right, let me ask you this. Let me ask both of y'all this. Okay. If we go out there defensively and don't dominate this team, ain't y'all gonna be like, something ain't right?
Yeah.
Like, that's when y'all gonna be like, you know what? We were supposed to, because out of anybody on our schedule this year, anybody, we gonna if I can say you can only pick one domination for $5,000, what team would it be? Cardinals. Cardinals. Listen, right there, that'll be the team I'm picking.
That's you ain't lying. You ain't lying. All right, so we talked a little bit about the offense. Let's talk about their defense, which I actually think is like a little bit worse. Yeah.
Now, listen, that's what I'm saying. Who is the kicker? They fired him too. Listen to me. It's down here. Buda Baker tried to get traded this offseason. He told them, if y'all gonna do this, I want to be traded. They were like, nah, Buda. We gonna keep you.
They don't even know who they have at corner.
So let's talk about the back end. Buda Baker obviously was a Pro Bowl player last year. Yep. They got Cottrell Clark, who is a rookie, but has shown good things. And anytime you're starting a rookie quarterback, it's always like, right? Especially when you got Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel, right? And then Marco Wilson, he's a good football player now.
Who?
Yeah, Wilson.
Marco Wilson.
Yeah, Marco can cover.
He's a good player. So that's good. I mean, obviously, two guys in the back end does not a good secondary make, but there's that.
That's all you need.
The front is a little hit or miss, in my opinion, as well. They did move Zaven Collins, their former first-round off-ball linebacker, to edge rusher.
Oh,
and he's flashed a little bit there. Like, he's got a little bit of juice. Like, kind of, I don't want to say Micah Parsons because everyone's going to go crazy with that comparison. But
I see what you're saying. He's better rushing the passer than in space.
And then outside of that, just in terms of names.
Yeah. Well, it's a used car lot, and it's usually two good cars at a used car lot, and they got a Buda Baker 2003, and they got a Zaven Collins, El Camino. Yeah. Like, that's where they at in this situation, man, guys. And we gonna because y'all said something earlier, standard.
Yeah.
If we gonna set the standard, this is a game that the standard got to be set.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, and then you can't set the standard because of they weak and say this is what we need to do. Because you need to set the standard no matter who you play.
Who you playing?
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I think offensively, defensively, this should be a game we could win. A potential hurdle is the scheme, right?
Yeah.
Offensively, though, this is the first game against a real live NFL defense. Sam's going to play.
Yep.
It's the first game that EB's going to call games. I think he's going to be fine, but those are big hurdles, and it's the first time that our offensive line is going to be going against another team's starting defensive line.
I think they'll be okay.
I think they'll be okay, but I'm just saying those are some things that I kind of go, like, let's say Zaven Collins comes out and is Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
And we can't pass protect. And our offense struggles. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there are things here that could happen. Do we think they're going to happen?
No.
No. But
no, they don't.
There are things that could happen. All right.
Your hair could grow back.
It could.
But I
got my fingers crossed.
No, but it's not. Right. The Chick-fil-A cow has licked your head. No hair is coming back on your head. Like, we know this thing. Like, the world is full of possibilities.
Yeah.
Every time we wake up in a given moment, possibilities look us in the face.
All right.
I'm telling you now, with 90,000 at FedEx Field, in this new era, this new wave, this new feeling,
they're going to play.
Nothing less than greatness.
That's something we didn't talk about is, being home. That's a tough road trip for Arizona.
All that's going to play an effect. I don't like to look over people.
I don't, you know and you shouldn't. And this is a team that is the classic.
That's why I say that's the DB move.
Classic look
over.
He
out there. He like, oh, boy, I'm going to lock you up. I done heard Fred talk like that. And then I'll be like, damn, Fred, snap back, bro. Get back. You going to be all right, Fred.
They ran a different scheme than I thought.
Fred like, he gave me a double go.
Yeah, you don't know until you're in the game.
That's true, man. Okay, so we have a new show with Coach Ron Rivera called The Game Plan.
All right.
Okay, and it's on, what day is that show on? Sunday mornings. All right, so guys, make sure you check that out. All right, but in honor of that show, the Game Plan show.
All right.
We are going to kind of do our own game plan segment, and we're going to talk about, kind of like we do, we're going to give people opportunities. So let's start with our first one, time to shine. One player on the team, it's their time to shine.
Montez Sweat.
Ooh. Right out the gate. I love it.
Contract
I love
year.
it.
We said the same thing about Payne last year. It's his time to shine.
Yeah.
Montez has been a guy that he's been consistent. Every year you watch this guy, he put up around the same amount of sacks. I think the one thing that plays a little role in him having more is missing a few games here and there. He did that last year. I think he had a way better season than what he had, and he still played phenomenal. Last year I saw him a lot getting close to the quarterback, and the ball was just getting out. Yeah. And, you know, that hurt him a lot. But, man, this is time to shine. It's time to show everybody else that, man, you talk about Payne, you talking about Allen, you talk about, you know, Chase, and he hasn't even been here that much. Come on, put some respect on my name. Yeah. Time to shine.
I love that pick. He's going against Paris Johnson, the rookie. Paris Johnson doesn't, at least in college, didn't handle power rushers that well. Montez is one of the best. Also, you're going against a backup quarterback, right, who's going to hold the ball for you a little bit.
Josh Dobbs.
I think I love that one. What we got?
You know what, Cab? Driver, follow that, Cab. You know what?
Taxi.
Hey, it's all Bulldogs in here. He went Sweat. I'm going Emmanuel Ford. It's your time to shine. It's your time to show them that everything I said before we even drafted you was true. It's your time to shine because everybody say you 103 pounds and can't play in the NFL. It's your time to prove them wrong. It's your time to show them why you are the NCAA all-time interception touchdown leader. It's your time to shine because they say we overdrafted you. At the end of the day, he got a chip on his shoulder the size of a boulder. He should be working at Frito-Lay.
Frito-Lay?
There were the chips in.
Oh, the chips. God dang, I missed it, guys. I missed it.
You always do.
I missed it right over my head for a minute. I was like, boulders and chips. And there we go. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate it.
You did go to UCLA.
So for me, I think I'm going to go Brian Robinson here. And the reason I say that is because we talked about this a little bit earlier in the week. Like, I think he
is poised
for something special. I think he's a good runner, catching the football as a pass protector. And I think, again, I just feel like people aren't talking about him the way they should be talking about him.
I think they don't think of him like that because he ain't shown the ability to be a home run hitter in the run game.
That's a good point.
Can he run away from people? Like, we know he can break people down in 10 yards, 12 yards a pop. Can he break the 40-yarder, the 50-yarder, and not get ran down?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a really good question. But I just think the way he caught the football, his vision, his contact balance, I think he could be really special this year in this offense.
I think he has that home run ability. I just feel like last year we didn't get a chance to see it because of some of the things he went through prior to the season. So
absolutely.
You saw him getting healthier, and as he got healthier, you saw him breaking more runs. And right now, in the way I saw him in preseason, he looks leaner than he did last year.
Yeah,
he looks more explosive, and man, he's a man child. So I'm prime. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that this year.
Yeah, I'm excited for him, man, and especially if in Sam's first game, let's run the ball a little bit.
Yeah,
run the ball. Check the ball down to the back. He seems like he's going to be the beneficiary of a lot of that. All right. So now I need a dog. So who is that? I know we did dogs the last segment with all these Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Dogs right there.
So when you need a dog, someone that's just gritty, tough, got to find a way to get it done.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Jonathan Allen.
That's a dog.
Tanner, you are on fire. You're on fire.
Yes, he is. Give that man a beer.
Yeah.
Jonathan Allen, one of those guys, man. You walk by him, and at times he might, you see him in the building, and we doing what we doing. Those guys getting ready for practice or getting ready for the games. And if you just take a glimpse at him and he don't really recognize who you is, he looking at you like he looking through you.
Yeah.
And then he realizes like, how
what's
you doing?
up, man?
He give you that he acknowledges that, I see you.
It's a little scary.
But his mind is always, you can tell he's thinking about something. He's thinking about
military
somebody up. So that's just how whether he's on the field playing or on the sideline rooting you on, you just get it from him. You get that effect from this guy. And he's been like that from day one. And when something need to be said, who's going to say it?
Yeah.
He's like the London Fletcher of the team. He's that dog. He's the guy that's going to hit his helmet and hit you in the helmet.
Need a dog.
if you don't mind your business. So, he's the guy.
When you need a dog, you go to two places.
Where do you go?
Either the dog pound and get one for free like you do.
Yep. That's what I do.
I can go to a breeder and just breed dogs.
Okay,
well, guess what? Arkansas breed dogs.
Breed dogs.
And Ridgeway is dog as they get. Listen to me. If you were going into a wrestling match and they say draft one person off the team, who you drafted, I'm taking Ridgeway with me.
Big Ridge?
I'm taking, listen, for Darren Mathis out, I won't talk about that. There's just more plays for Ridgeway.
Yep.
He don't get the love, none of the love out of the Jackson 5 because he Tito. But at the end of the day, Ridgeway is that boy. Yeah. Ridgeway is that dog when you need him because you don't call him until you need him. Yeah. Until you need to. Y'all just said something. They're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
Well, When they run the ball, I got a Ridgeway. I do it. Just like they said on Marvel. Hey, they like, we got an Army, I got a Hulk. I got a Ridgeway. So at the end of the day, I'm going with Ridgeway.
I love that. For me, it's I think it's going to be Jahan. I think with Terry questionable, like we don't know. We're recording this podcast on Tuesday, so we don't know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
But I think Jahan's going to be that guy, like in this offense the whole year.
Yeah.
Like just the way he's able to separate, get open, make contested catches. I think he's going to be a huge feature of this offense, and like he has just stepped up and been that guy, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think it's that's something that I'm excited for. And then another one I got to give a shout out to is our guy Nick Gates, right?
Oh, listen.
He's a dog.
I love any offensive lineman that shows their navel.
Shows their navel.
Yeah, their navel. Just if an offensive line shows his navel, that means he don't give a damn.
Yep.
He out there to play football and look good.
Dude, we should do a study about navel showing and then how tough they are. Because I feel like it's a pretty good correlation.
All wrestlers show their navel. All day long. You got to be a real man to show everywhere your navel. That's where you used to eat food at when you was in the body.
I mean, Fred, you are giving great insight. Handsome quarterbacks, married quarterbacks, navels for offensive linemen.
Listen,
I mean,
these are the small things. When I'm doing my, I'm doing my study, I'm looking for these key points. And when I seen Nick Gates with that Thor-like hair hanging out his helmet and a belly button, Lord have mercy, that's intimidating. That ain't intimidate you.
Oh God! All right, so we got our dogs taken care of. All right, now who's got to stay hot in this season? Stay hot.
You talked about him just not being a dog. I'm gonna say Jahan Dawson.
Dude,
Jahan Dawson.
I agree. He could have fit any one of these categories.
Yeah, I think right now, just coming off of where he left off last year, what we saw at the beginning of last year. Yeah. Only reason why he cooled off because he went out there and then he picked back up. Yeah. And then he came into the preseason like, oh, y'all ain't seen
you forgot about that. Yeah.
You know, and then so now going into this season, we don't know how things gonna, transpire. Yeah. But guess what? He knows. Yeah. The guy been open since we've been watching tape on him coming out of high school, going to Penn State, and then at Penn State coming in here. The man been open on every film I watched.
I saw him at the mall the other day. He was open there.
Exactly. You feel me? So I just want him to stay hot. I think regardless of if we give him the ball or not, if he's on the field, they're going to have to check for him. Yeah. And that's going to give everybody else an opportunity. The guy who we haven't been talking about, Samuels, he's going to get an opportunity. Yeah. The Army, Brown going to get an opportunity. Who's ever out there on the field with him going to get the luxury of getting the ball because they're going to have to check this guy with multiple guys. Not going to just be one. And if you want to check him with one, sorry for that dude, grandmama and granddaddy, because they're going to be
grandmama,
my poor baby.
Pray for you. They will pray for you now. Now, stay hot. When I think about stay hot, I think about walking into a 7-Eleven.
Okay.
And you know how the hot dogs are just constantly sitting there rolling. And sometimes they can stay on there too long. They can dry out a little bit. But my guy, I thought, had a year where he said, got everybody on notice I could play this game, the Pope, Benjamin St. Juice. Oh. Benjamin St. Juice. Now, he's been good. He's been damn good doing training camp. Yeah. I think that Emmanuel Ford just was flashing so much that people wasn't talking about what St. Juice, and we know what it is. When we got somebody new in our room and they taking all that shine, we want some of that shine back. Yeah. I think that's where the Pope at. St. Juice sitting there like, okay, wait till y'all get a load of me. Y'all forgot about what I did last year. So I think St. Juice is that man that just prone to stay hot and stay on a level. And his contract coming up too.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, if I was going to say someone that needed to stay hot, I'm going to say Cam Curl because of how he practiced during training camp. He got a couple interceptions. And that's something he hasn't been very prolific at.
Since his first year.
I think if he can do that, that's going to be huge for this defense. And I think, obviously
that's a good one.
Joshua Dobbs is going to be a guy who might throw the football.
I never thought we would speak of Joshua Dobbs this much. I never thought in my life we'd be talking about Joshua Dobbs.
All right, and the last one for our thing here, before we have to talk about Joshua Dobbs some more, is any given Sunday, who is going to fight, scratch, and claw for that inch? Every inch. What is that movie? Any Given Sunday, right?
Given Sunday. Al Pacino.
Al Pacino,
Hey,
I'm going to go with Terry McLaurin.
You stack those inches up.
Hey, listen.
That's a great speech.
I used to listen to that speech before many a games.
Yeah. That's a great speech.
Yeah, it is.
Terry McLaurin.
Oh.
Now, I just feel like he's one of those guys, man. I mean, we saw it year after year. Different quarterbacks in the game. Throw it up when in doubt. You know what I mean, who's coming down with it? I mean, it's easy to say, throw it up to this guy, he gonna make a play. But when all the plays most of the plays been 50-50 balls, and you don't fit the prototype of a guy that can, out-muscle a guy all the time, and you come down with it, I mean, hats off to this guy. He's doing something different. He knows something that we don't know. Now we know because we've been watching him play for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
So he's just one of those guys.
Hey, my guy, Samuel Cosme.
Oh, a little surprised.
Yes, sir. Listen to me. Anytime a lineman, like, first of all, I watched that Ravens practice film, some of it.
Yeah.
He came into his own. Like, you know when you see it, the light switch for somebody? Oh, he came into his own. And then I really knew, now we really got us some when I watched him do the gritty. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. When I watched him get one of the most awful gritties of all. You know a lineman is in his bag.
Yeah. When he's doing the gritty. When he's dancing.
Now, he ain't thinking no more. He reacting right now.
Yeah.
Sam Cosme, and I said this last year, move him to guard and watch him go to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it's true. I think that's a great one. For me, Jeremy Reeves is my guy. He's a guy that when I watch him on teams, when I watch him when he plays on defense, he's physical, he's tough, he's taking on blockers, he's competitive, he's playing with that, his hair on fire. So for me, he's a guy that's going to claw and scratch for those inches, and I love that. All right, so final predictions for the game. Just so you know, Washington right now as of Tuesday is +7 in this game.
That's a lot in the league.
It is a lot in the league. It's a big spread. So, Fred, you want to go first? Because Tano started all those off.
All right, no problem. This is because of the Joshua Dobbs effect.
Okay.
I am going to go 33-9.
Whoa.
33-9. I think we smothered him with our defense. I think Joyce Sly, kick him in the eye, at least for 9 points. I think Trust Way going to change the playing field. And I think Sam Howell is going to be the shock of the NFL year. Just like Colorado came out and shocked the college world. Sam Howell, because when they don't put expectations on you, when you do something, they blow it up. And I think that he going to have a chance to come out here and start very fast and get the confidence he needs to carry him into the year. They don't know what we're going to do because of the unpredictability. Yes, they did play against each other in the Super Bowl, but this offense has a little different feel. So all I'm saying is 33-9, and I use units of 3 to get to that.
Yeah.
All right.
28-6.
28-6. Wow. 28-6. You guys don't think they're going to score any points?
No, I feel like they're going to
score. Dobbs.
You know, I feel like they're going to score. I just don't feel like – I don't know how. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's going to be a field goal game for them or if it's going to be a touchdown and they miss a field goal. miss the extra point. So I'm going to give them a little credit. I just feel like offensively we have a chance to do some things with the ball in the backfield and through the air. And when you have a young team like that, especially what we're gonna be going through with the fans alone, that's gonna bring that's gonna ignite that energy in that stadium. Yeah. We're gonna get into a point to where we can control the ball game and not have to worry about putting up so many points. And that's gonna, save our defense from having to worry about being on the field as much. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that they're not going to go out there and play on the offensive side. I just feel like offensively we're going to control the clock a lot with what we have going on, and we don't need a shootout. Save a little bit of that. Beat them to 28 points. Beat them by 6,
no mercy.
7. I mean, beat them by 26 or 7, and the next week we can build on that and say, hey, we can show a little bit more of our offense.
Right. I'm going to say 13-24. So I'm going to say. I think touchdown, maybe 2 field goals. It's the first time Sam's going to be in the game. Is he going to have a rookie air quotes mistake there? EB going to have some? Is he going to have any issues calling plays? You know what I'm saying? And again, as much as it is new for us, it's also new for Jack and what they're going to be doing offensively. So that's what I think. I think it's a win. I think I feel pretty comfortable about that. So
just not stellar. Yours kind of bored. 24 to what? 13?
13, yeah. I mean, yours was what, 33-9?
It's a national football.
I know, it's not college football, bro.
Yeah, but we've seen teams get blew out before in the National Football League. I've been a part of one.
What was the score?
We went to New England one year, and I told them, hide your wife and kids. They is kicking butt up here right now. Listen, they shot the cannon so many times.
You get like, PTSD. I hate that.
I didn't know what to do. Oh, it was like 45 to 7. I'm like, please, Tom.
Every time we came off the field, the defense was, they were just, boom. Oh, damn, we just got on the sideline. We didn't get a chance to rest.
We carrying defensive players off the field. They hurting us one by one.
I damn near thought we was in World War or 3 or 2 or 3,
oh my
man.
God, it was
guys limping off the field. Guys was getting damn carted into the damn.
They took our soul. We had toe ACLs out of the game. Carlos Roger tore his ACL. Yeah, we had a defensive lineman separate his two of them.
They had Moss then, didn't it?
Was that? Oh,
yes, that was that year where they took it easy on no one.
Yeah, and they were just saying
that's how we got to be.
We're the best team in football. So is that the worst loss you've had?
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen.
No, we were on the Monday night. You were the Monday Night Massacre, right?
Against Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. That one was tough too.
Massacre, They're all about that.
When you been in so many,
I tried to forget about that.
But I don't think the score wasn't that bad. It was like 54-21.
Yeah, but that first play, the DJ, dude, I remember killed everything.
I remember being on the sideline of that game because I wasn't playing that much. I was on teams or whatever.
Nice.
And so but I remember like it was like score, and then we went 3 and out, and then it was like score. And it was like interception return for a touchdown, and I was like, wait, we're like not even like 5 minutes out of the first quarter.
Yes.
So,
I remember me and McNabb was playing. He was with us then. No, he was there or he was with us. He was with us.
No, he was with us.
Yeah. That was his first year here, and I remember me and him was on fire in the first half. But it just seemed like we didn't have enough.
We didn't have enough.
What we did, it didn't matter what we did offensively, man. First of all, LaVon Landry, I'm gonna blame that on him. He's the one that started that whole BS with D-Jack.
Before
the first play of the game, he takes the.
Yeah, he takes
the banana in the tailpipe. Like I always say,
there it is.
They showed him the ball. He came running from 30-something yards.
No, he wasn't supposed to be even close to there.
For what, man? Like I'm sitting on the sideline, like, why are you stepping up? Why? Oh my God! That's how I was sitting there. I knew it was coming because he talked all that smack.
Yeah,
and those guys know. They know Landry. You slew foot. You slew foot.
You're aggressive too.
Very aggressive. Yeah. But when you're a guy that can run and you slew foot, 9 times out of 10 you get beat like that.
Yeah. That boy just called out slew foot. What if you pigeon toe? Because pigeon toe dude can stop on a dime.
Ed Reed pigeon toe.
Snoop
Menace. You know what he do.
Yeah, Snoop.
You know what Ed showed you.
Listen. Yeah. Hey, it's a difference, man, between slew foot and pigeon toe when it comes to athlete. What about you? What's your worst whooping? Was it that one?
I think in the NFL it's got to be that one.
It's got to be those two for me.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I was there for one.
And I was here, and so that's the bad part about it.
So maybe it was you.
Those are rough. Those are rough.
I can't stop nobody. I'm on the offense.
Maybe you should have played defensive back. We needed you.
All right. Well, so those hopefully the Commanders have better experiences than those this weekend. Yeah. But that's going to do it for today's show. Thanks, guys. Always a pleasure.
33-9.
33-9.